All right, so my dad sent out a text message in the spirit of Valentine's Day and love, and he sent out a text message with questions. And so I haven't even
just
really...
random questions about couples, right?
Yeah, about couples. And so a lot of people were responding with their thoughts and stuff like that. And Laura thought we'd make just a little video. And so...
You get the real answers.
Yeah, the real answers, don't get time to think about it. And so we just thought it would be a fun little thing to do, a little activity to remember our love story and kind of think about our relationship. So question numero uno is, how'd you guys meet? If I ask the question, you guys start off.
Technically, we met at Institute. That was the first time we actually.
So if we were to write that on a board, Institute.
It would be Institute class. Yeah.
But I guess the legacy of meeting kind of started before that. We had a lot of mutual friends that were playing the setup game with us. Our story kind of goes with Laura returned home from her mission 2 weeks after I returned home from my mission. And so we were in the same stake president, lots of the stake high council knew us. And I actually...
But we didn't know each other.
Yes.
We hadn't met each other.
I actually met Laura's parents at Taylor Giddens' wedding reception. She was a week or so away from coming home. I was brand new off my mission, and so I had like a little introduction and just slowly but surely was hearing all about this Laura Ernie girl. I actually went to the temple with Laura's, someone she used to be, a good friend of ours. It was the Ogdens, and it was my mother and Susan Ogden. And so she was talking up Laura like crazy. Oh, yes, this is going to be the best relationship ever. Laura is like the most, and she's beautiful. And just going on and on. And so for me, it was like, I kind of liked it. I don't know if Laura liked it as much as I did, the idea of being set up, because I just felt like this girl was kind of out of my league. It felt like kind of like a challenge.
Yeah. I was just fresh off my mission. I was like, okay, have fun. You know, like I didn't think seriously about it, but I was like, yeah, it'll be fun to go on a date, you know, get back into things.
Yeah. So we met at Institute. Do we talk about that at all?
I don't know. How long is this going to be?
Yeah. So I actually went to the family home evening on Monday night, which was for the singles, thinking she was going to be there. I went with Andrew Carter, and Andrew kind of gave me you might not want to pursue her because I'm kind of seeing her. And so that also played into the competitive side of me as well. But I was really looking forward to Tuesday night because Andrew said that Laura was at Institute the week before.
Yeah, I was definitely going to be at Institute. So.
Yeah, so.
And that's where we ended up officially meeting there before we went on trek together.
Yeah. The class had actually already started when Laura walked in the room. So we didn't meet until the end.
We sat looking at each other the whole
time.
class.
We were actually right across. It was like a
U.
Like horseshoe. Yeah. And so we were right across. And the first thing I noticed about her, do you remember?
My tan line.
She had the most ridiculous tan lines on her feet from her mission sandals. And it wasn't like just a tan line, like a farmer's tan or something. It was like you could have colored her foot brown and colored the other portion white. Yeah. So met at Institute.
Okay. So the next question is, where was our first date? Or I guess, is it what was our first date? It just says first date.
First date.
What was our first date?
So I guess what we could say is, so I mean it was a Saturday right after Trek. And I think if we were to write what our first date was, the joke answer would be we went bed shopping.
Yeah.
But where we ate...
It was... What's the name of the place again? We were supposed to go to the Spanish one, that's right. And then we didn't. We went to Bahama Breeze instead. Was that Bahama Breeze instead? Breeze.
And so we went to Bahama Breeze.
It's funny how I still remember what we were supposed to do so much.
Yeah. We were doing a Spanish restaurant on the border. It was called On the Border.
That's what it was, On the Border.
And that's where we were headed. And then I got into the parking lot and said, I don't really feel like Mexican food. And then I took her to Bahama Breeze. And they had like a 45-minute wait. So our first date consisted of going to the place we weren't going to eat, going to Bahama Breeze, Actually, no.
No,
bed
bed shopping was first because you turned in that place to turn around to go to the other place.
And then we went to Borders. Is that what the bookstore was?
It was some Christian bookstore. Wasn't it just a little Christian bookstore?
Yeah, I think that's right. We went to a bookstore.
Because we still have the book we bought there.
Yeah, that's
I think, don't we?
So we went to the bookstore, then we went to dinner, then we went miniature golfing.
Yes.
So we went putt-putting is how they call it out there. We went putt-putting and then we went back home. I think we went on a walk around your block when we got home. But yeah.
That was our
First date. Question number 3 is, how long have you been together?
Well, this year we have been married. Well, I guess okay, so it's 10 and a half years we've been married. I guess coming up May will be 11 years. Yeah. So we've been together. We
met in June of 2009.
Yes.
And we actually, the day we met, we spent 10 straight days together. Yes. So June, and then we started dating actually on my birthday in
July.
Yeah. And so
officially July.
Yeah, we're 10
2009.
10-year anniversary.
Last May.
In May, so we're gonna hit our 11th anniversary. Almost 12 years of knowing each other. All right, number 4.
Okay, are we married?
The answer is yes. Should we go to question number 5?
Yes. Do you want me to say it or do you?
This is a good one. What is our age difference? This is one of my favorite things to answer. What's our age difference?
I'm 9 months older.
She's older.
9 months older.
She is a cradle robbing.
9 months older.
Yeah, so sister missionaries left on their missions when they were 21. And so with us returning home, I actually left a little older on my mission. So the gap wasn't as big, which I think played in my favor because she wasn't that much older than me. Next question. Who was interested first?
So, I mean...
Let's just on the count of 3, let's answer the question. What do we think? Is it going to be me or is it going to be you? So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, answer, okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3, me.
Peter.
So yeah, that's probably an accurate statement. But!
I mean, it wasn't that I was... Well, there was a point where I wasn't super interested, but I was always kind of interested, to keep it going.
So I actually called Rosie... when Laura was flying out to, because I actually came out to Utah earlier for a summer semester, or for the spring semester, and then we did summer together.
Because I came out in July.
Yeah, so I called Rosie, and I was like, I'm thinking about asking your daughter to be my girlfriend. What do you think? Because Laura's she's very nice, to the point that I think everyone kind of thought she was flirting with them, just because she's very nice. And so I just thought Laura was really into me. So I kind of was just seeking a little bit of confirmation. And she goes, oh yeah, you should definitely ask her to be your girlfriend. And lo and behold, I found out that Laura wasn't really that interested. But Rosie thought that me being proactive was going to be good for Laura. So she kind of lied in hopes that, it only took half a day for her to say yes. Anyways,
I think about it.
So... I was interested. I fell in love first. I was probably interested first. And still today, probably more interested.
That's not true. Okay, this next one is hard.
What is it?
Who is taller?
Well...
What's funny, though? Look at us sitting. Sit up straight. We're not that different, right? What, a couple of inches?
That's both our butts to the back of the chair.
But when we stand up, he's a good, foot taller?
So our joke is I'm all legs and Laura is all torso. And so that really kind of makes a funny aspect. But I am 6'2". Just got measured not too long ago, still there. And
I'm 5'4".
And 5'4". I like to claim she's 5'5" because there's a song, 5'5" with brown eyes. Anyways, all right, this next question is... Who said I love you first? So, I'm trying to think the first time, I know the first time you said I said it. You.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really know when I first said I love you. So.
That's a good...
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Like, I remember me for sure.
It's kind of when I...
Because you kind of always did.
Yeah. I know, and it's kind of a weird thing to say, but I feel like I loved her before I even met her. Just because of everything people were saying. And these weren't just like, oh yeah, that Laura Ernie. These are people that I loved. Like, these were people that were family friends. These were mentors. Like, people that are still in our life today were influencing us getting together.
Well, it's funny. We have that video of us going boating. We've known each other for what?
It's like our third day, fourth
and
day,
he's on
day.
the video saying, that's the girl I'm going to marry.
Right.
Recording me. So it's like, you were all in.
I was Twitter pated from the beginning. It is kind of a fun story for Laura because it didn't happen until we actually went on a trip to California in between summer and fall semester. And we were at the Santa Monica Pier eating
what are those called? Funnel cakes?
Funnel cakes. And Laura just kind of bore her soul and said,
you know what?
I love you.
I love you.
It was fun.
It was cute.
And then
on the pier.
Then we were able to say I love you. Because I think it was kind of like the unsaid thing.
Yeah.
And at that point we were like, we can be in love now. And it was fun. Okay. All right. So most impatient.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
Laura. We're both pretty impatient though, so that's kind of
more so, though.
Yeah, that's kind of a hard question. Okay, most sensitive. Okay, most sensitive. Think of an answer. You got it. Count us down.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Me. Oh! I feel like this one was hard.
Yeah, that is a hard one.
Because I think we're sensitive about different things.
That's a good point. I think as time has gone on, I think today Laura's more sensitive.
Having kids made me a lot more sensitive too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a kind
we're
of a hard
both
question.
softies.
Okay, who's the loudest? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Peter!
And it's not even close.
By far.
I was just one of the first things Laura would make fun of me about is she's like, "Do you know how to whisper?"
You cannot whisper.
And so I think I'm hard of hearing a little bit. And so like when I don't feel like I'm talking loud. Most stubborn. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Me.
Both of us.
Oh.
No, Laura's probably the most stubborn.
I think I'm more stubborn to a fault. Like, we're both stubborn, but I think I'm more so, like...
Yeah, like Laura... No, okay, so yeah, Laura's definitely the most stubborn then, if you think about it. Because, like, I'll make a joke, and it's, like, clearly a joke.
To
like,
you! It's clearly a joke.
It's, like, clearly a joke.
To
very,
you.
very, very much of a joke. Like, she'll do, like, I don't know, she'll, like, mess up... Like
something, I do something wrong,
yeah,
and I will not admit it.
Anyways, so yeah, definitely more stubborn is Laura.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Who falls asleep first?
I don't even know if we could do a 1, 2, 3 for that. Who falls asleep? That's kind of like
if a movie is on at night, the TV's on, Peter. If it's any other time, it's me because he's a late owl.
Yeah, that's true. Because if we're like doing a project, Laura will be like, "I'm so tired." But like, if it's a movie,
he's out.
Like, I just lose power.
I can't sleep to the TV.
And if we're driving, if we're like late night driving, like I'll be like losing it, and Laura will have to be the one that drives. So yeah, no, that's a good hard question. But we both. It depends on the situation. Cooks better. 1, 2, 3. Laura.
Grill. The grill's all you. I think I've grilled like once.
Yeah, that's probably just because she hasn't tried it. She'd
And
probably
cakeys,
be better.
He makes cakeys.
That's true. I've got like
grilled cheese in the waffle iron.
I've got like 3 things I cook, and then I do like a lot of egg mixtures.
Yeah.
I think Laura's definitely the better cook. She likes following directions. She likes.
But I'm getting better. I'm practicing that, so we'll see.
But Laura, hands down. Okay, who is a better morning person?
Who would like to be the better morning person?
Yeah, Laura definitely has more ambition to be a morning person. I don't know. It kind of like if there's like I'm good at getting up.
If there's
I'm
something for he's
something.
a good morning person.
So if it's like playing pickleball or getting up to like when I was doing the workouts at Frazzle, like just. So if there's like a reason to be up, I can get up.
But if not, it's me.
Yeah.
And you're in bed for a while.
Yeah, I could stay in bed for a long time. Better driver.
We can do 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Peter.
That's probably just because of more practice. I drive quite a bit.
I'm more defensive. You're not.
Most competitive.
Oh, we can't.
Okay,
No.
One,
I don't think you can do a 1, 2, 3 for this.
2, 3. It's
Both of us. Yeah, we're both very competitive.
It's pretty bad. Like it's like
we can't play games against each other.
Yeah, or play games
with
in groups.
Each other.
Like it's yeah, that's actually true too. But I have to admit, so Putt Putt was our first date, and I think one of the things that really attracted me to Laura was her competitive side. But she's also very athletic, and so it's like, do we tied, right? I think we tied.
I think so. Mm-hmm.
I think we tied playing Putt Putt, and that was actually kind of a turn on. It was kind of like she can hold her on. All right, who is the funniest?
I have it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funniest?
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
Peter.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit more funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if we're really funny to each other.
We don't have quite the same sense of humor.
That's true. Because like Laura laughs at like when kids do inappropriate things. And like I just don't laugh. Like I just like
it's better than crying. It's like it's laugh or cry.
And then like I think I'm more immature. And so my humor is a little bit more immature. And so anyways.
But you're wittier.
Where do you eat out most as a couple? So where? Like a place?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thai food.
Yeah.
That's like our go-to
place, but we go to.
And I don't even think Thai food's my favorite
I
food.
know.
Like
it's
like
good. It's really good. It's just I don't know.
You don't really have to be in the mood.
We also have a couple really close by, so it's just like let's
helps.
go grab Thai.
Yeah.
Muscle curry.
And we had a bad experience with the Mexican restaurant just down the street, so we haven't eaten there. But Thai.
Or yeah.
Who is more social? 1, 2, 3.
Peter.
Yeah, that just comes down to our personalities and
extrovert, introvert.
Yeah, extrovert, introvert, listener, talker, loud, quiet.
Homebody.
Yeah, let's
partier.
Let's invite people over. Let's just have a night to ourselves. So yeah. Who is the neat freak? Interesting. Let's see what they say. Survey says 1, 2, 3.
Me.
Yeah, probably. It's just like she definitely.
I'm not the best at keeping things clean all the time. I would like to be. Does that make sense? But like, I'm really good at cleaning up, and I want it always clean.
When it comes to cleaning, she's like better. But I've got like my little collections and stuff that like have to be perfectly neat and stuff like that. So that plays a role in it.
I think Peter's also you're more
organized. That's a good
I'm neater. You're more organized. Where was your first kiss? Where was our first kiss?
Should we just do it at the same time?
I'm sure. Another 1, 2, 3-er?
1, 2, 3. The railroad tracks at the Golden Girls house.
Ackworth, Georgia.
Which actually, let's ask the next question too. Who initiated the first kiss? 1, 2, 3, me. But let me tell a story. So we went to the home of a person in our ward, and it was the Dannemans. And he was on the Stake High Council, was excited to set us up. He actually claims that he set us up. So we went to their house because they had like a special Sunday where they ate waffles. And we went over. And I think Laura's attraction to me, she's often said that it was seeing me interact with other people.
Like seeing his personality with people. That's how I was able to get to know him and who he really was, with seeing everybody else that knew him and how they interacted with him.
Yeah. And this family had 6 kids, 3 boys, 3 girls, and they loved us. They loved our story.
On the floor with their bodies.
That's right. And so I think that night was a big night for Laura because she was actually driving. So she took me home that night and she gave me a kiss on the cheek. And that was kind of a moment, which was pretty big. And so these questions, I mean, our first kiss was definitely what we just discussed. But Laura doing that was kind of out of her character a little bit. And I think that was a big confidence boost moment for me. But so the like kind of the footnote there is Laura initiated that.
But it wasn't on the lips.
It didn't really count as first kiss, but
that's not first kiss.
She came from Brazil, where like people just kiss.
That's what
all
we
the
did
time.
to everybody.
And so
I was just
I
being
took
nice.
it a little different. How long did it take to get serious? We're still working on serious. How long did it take to get serious?
Well, probably like we said, it was when we started exclusively dating.
Yeah. That's kind of a fun story. So Laura came out later. So we talked a lot on the phone. We actually wrote letters maybe like 2 or 3 times back and forth. And because it was from June to, so about a month.
Yeah,
so about a month. And so we talked a lot on the phone. I wrote a lot in my journal. Like just, we kind of had that long distance romance type of thing. And I think the relationship grew a little bit. We learned about each other more. And picked her up at the airport, and us being returned missionaries, going to church on a Sunday was an important thing. And so I had studied out the wards, and we went to church, and it ended up being a ward of just like retired missionaries.
Because it was right there in Salt Lake, like right in that demographic of.
And so we went to church, and after that we had a little lunch. I packed a lunch because hopeless romantic, right? Packed a little lunch, had it all pictured in my head. I actually found it just as we were organizing.
Really?
I gave her a Book of Mormon, and inside the Book of Mormon I asked, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And then I said, "Yes, go to this page. No, go to this page.
Like scripture.
Maybe go to this scripture." And and she did not give me an answer. And so we actually...
See, it was serious for me. Like, I had to really... I hadn't even gone to college yet. To see my options.
She didn't even see her... Yeah, that's because she couldn't officially go into her house the next day. So we spent the night at my cousin's house that night. And Laura finally brought me in at like 2 in the morning. And it ended up being my birthday. She came on July 12th. July 13th was my birthday. And she gave me the best birthday present ever. She said yes, she would be my girlfriend. All right, next. Who gets to pick where you go to dinner?
Who doesn't pick where you go to
holy
dinner?
cow. We need a third member of this family that chooses our dinner.
We are very indecisive with that.
Because that's why we go to Thai.
I know, it's easy. Like, it's not that we don't, the only thing I don't eat is seafood.
That's true.
So, like sushi, like we don't do that. But other than that, we like it all.
We enjoy a lot.
So
like, we're good. Yeah, no, we're
unless something just does not sound good, like it's hard for us to go somewhere.
Because it's hard, because nothing really just sounds good, because a lot of things would be good.
Yeah.
And so we're usually trying to pick a genre, like, oh, let's go to barbecue tonight,
So we fail together.
Yeah.
Who wears the pants in the relationship?
Let's do a 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
Laura. And so this is kind of a joke that's long-standing in our relationship. We actually, when she first came out to Utah, there's a picture of me sitting cross-legged and Laura going like this.
I don't remember that.
And I always thought that picture kind of shows kind of our personalities. Laura grew up on a farm. She has all brothers. I grew up in Southern California with all sisters. And so it's kind of just one of those things that, like, I think Laura definitely wears the pants in the relationship. Yeah. But she lets me lead sometimes. Who sings better? So, 1, 2, 3, Laura.
I'm the more musical one.
I think I like to sing more, though. So yeah, who sings better? These are a couple of rapid fire ones. Okay, who hogs the remote?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Peter.
Nobody.
Oh. I mean, nobody really hogs the remote, but here you always choose what we watch.
Yeah, that's kind of
Like,
true.
you get mad if I don't choose.
I don't really like holding the remote, so I'm kind of like,
it's
Laura,
one of those other indecisive things, like where we pick for dinner. It's just like, what's good? What should we watch? But you're usually in charge of it.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
You usually put stuff on, so.
Okay, who spends the most?
Oh, what?
1, 2, 3. Laura.
Me. Yeah.
We got hobbies, I guess you could say, and Laura's hobbies are more expensive, but hers are harder to come by.
My hobbies are home projects.
So, but Laura, like, because I don't like.
Because he does his hobby. You do your hobbies very cheaply.
Yeah, I'm a cheap thing.
But like, yeah, so it would be me. Yeah.
For sure. Did you go to the same school?
Which school is this talking about?
Oh yeah. So elementary.
Well, nothing of.
So in high school, so this is kind of an interesting thing about us because we were both in the same city of Ackworth, Georgia, but never met all through high school. She was class of 2005, I was 2006. She's a lot older.
9 months.
And so she.
But we were on the other side of the railroad tracks, so it's like different stakes, different schools, different like our schools played each other for sports, but other than that, like we didn't even meet at stake things for church, because there were different stakes. So
we considered playing her school kind of an off week though. No, so there was a road, Highway 41, and we were on opposite sides.
That's what we call the tracks.
But it's crazy. It's like it separated our stakes, it separated our schools, and so it's really weird how we were so close but so far.
Where is the furthest you two have traveled together?
Ooh. You got a place in your mind?
Is it farthest from like?
Yeah, that's not like it. So. Furthest we have traveled together is probably La República Dominicana. Yeah. We went on our honeymoon, and we have not left the country since then. I've left it once.
You went down south, but...
Yeah. So we have not... So yeah, we need to start traveling more, but we just had too many babies. I actually have tons of flyer miles that we just have not been able to use. So anyways... who drives when you are going somewhere together? It seems like they were running out of questions in this survey. So I do.
Mostly unless you want to do something on your phone and then you make me drive.
But I think if we're as a family driving, I'm probably 80% of the time driving. So yeah. Next thing is we need to post a picture of us, but here we are. So happy Valentine's. Today is February 14th, 2021.